the AC power is supplied to the stator winding. Yeah, stator winding. Meaning we have the input power. Yeah, because it is the motor. Motor, yeah, yes, you're correct. Motor is convert from the electrical energy to be a mechanical energy, or convert from the electrical power to be mechanical power. Now, so meaning, if in the question, yeah, for example, in the question is mentioned, yeah, the unit power in horsepower, yeah, meaning it is the mechanical power, the output power of the synchronous motor, and then if it is mentioned the power in the kilowatt, yeah, or watt, meaning it is input power, yeah. Okay, and then the input power, okay, if it is three phase, okay, please take lah. Input power is equal to 3 multiply line voltage multiply line current multiply power factor.
Doktor.
Ya saya?
Slide tak nampak ah?
Memang tak nampak lagi.
Okay.
Saya cerita dulu ini.
Okay.
Saya review yang video yang lepas, video yang saya share malam itu ya. Sorry adik Pak ya, memang saya tak nampak. Saya cerita dulu aja. Gitu ya. Nah, so after that, input power is needed by the synchronous motor, and then will be convert. We can call the converted power. Converted power, it is in the stator, this discussion in the center. Stator. Now, so the stator is constructed by the winding from the copper. Now, so we need the motor needs the power copper losses. Yeah, it is given for the three phase is equal to 3 multiply armature current multiply armature resistance. Yeah, the armature current should be power 2. Yeah, this one. After that goes to the because the apa namanya, the stator winding will produce the magnetic wheel, rotating magnetic wheel, and then arrive also to the stator winding, and then same the stator winding connected to the DC voltage source, meaning current flow through the stator winding also produce the rotor magnetic wheel. Yeah, there is different. Yeah, magnetic field here. Now, so the magnetic field will reveal. Ya, dia akan tolak dan menolak. Ya, maknanya the rotor will move. When the rotor is moving, ya, meaning has also occur the losses also. Ya, the losses what we can call between rotor and stator. Apa nama itu? Kita panggil the mechanical losses. Ya, the fixing and windage losses. Yeah, and then also stray losses. Yeah, and then the last move the motor move connected to the load. Yeah, depend lah how many horsepower can be served by the synchronous motor. Yeah, this one. Nanti sebab ini ya, saya nak ini nih untuk hari ini saya nak habiskan lecture note about the synchronous motor. We discuss about the how to start the synchronous motor. Yeah, because generally the synchronous motor cannot run standalone. Ya, dia kena dibantu. Kena dibantu pula ini. Supply by electricity. Yeah, but to move, to start moving, the synchronous motor should be helped by the device, some device. We want to discuss about the starting methods, to start the synchronous motor, and then recap, and then after that we know that the synchronous motor will consume or supply by the reactive power, and then we want to know the V curve. After that, two example will be explained in this section ya. Oke ya. Nah, baru Arifah ini saya nak tunjukkan slide. Oke ya, sudah ya? Nampak Arifah ya? Yang mana Pak ya? Boleh nampak? My slide can be seen.
Boleh
Okay,
Dokter.
now we want to discuss about the method of starting the synchronous motor. Yeah, I repeat again, motor means convert from electrical to be mechanical. So look here. AC power applied to the stator armature causes a rotating magnetic field to be set up around the rotor wheel. Ya, mana saya? Selalunya si apa nih, if we connect to the rotor, yang mula-mula rotor itu kan selalunya connect to the rotor winding, connect to the DC voltage source. Means if they connected here, the synchronous motor is ready to generate the rotor magnetic wheel. Yeah, after that, if the stator is connected to the TNB, yeah, if it is the three-phase, for example, yeah, now so current flow through the stator winding. Yeah, stator winding. Yeah, follow lah if you want to use the right hand rule. Winding, yeah, coil. These four fingers, yeah, are as the direction of the current, and this term is direction of the magnetic flux. Yeah, magnetic flux. Same, magnetic flux will arrive to the rotor, and then we have two. Yeah, the first from the stator and the second from the rotor. Yeah, ini ya. Kan because the rotor is construct, ya same ya. The pole of the rotor type is also Sellian pole. Yeah, meanings the we have like bar to the rotor will arrive. Oh ya, tetapi ya, but if this condition ya like this only, ya the rotor sometimes cannot move. Nah, so the rotor can move, ya we can help it. Ya, this method lah will be discussed. Okay, and then ya the stator produce the magnetic field. After that, this here we goes to the rotor. Ya, the DC excitation current, field current IF, ya. Remember ya, if we discuss about the current that flow through the rotor winding, it is wheel ya, wheel. Nah, so current will flow through the rotor winding. Same produce magnetic flux, ya, magnetic wheel. Yeah, because the rotor is constructed by the Sellian pole like bar, and we have the positive, negative, yeah, depend on the how many number of pole. Nah, so like bar magnet lah, yeah, like bar magnet. Yeah, this the bar magnet we can mention is as the Sellian pole, yeah, like the Sellian. Okay, and then from the stator, the strong stator rotating magnetic field attract and reveal the strong rotor wheel. Ya, dia macam bergaduh tarik menarik macam itu. Nah, produce the force. Ya, the force will produce the torque. Ya, so the rotor can be moved. The attraction and repulsion will result in a strong turning force on the rotor shaft. Okay, and then the rotor is therefore able to turn a load as it rotates in step with the rotating magnetic field at armature. Ya, inilah yang last kali boleh berputar and then couple together to the load, ya, and then the load can move. Okay, nah this one. Ya, tapi kita kena ini ya, kena bantu. Ya, we have to help the rotor to move. Ya, nah so this condition we can call the starting method. Ya, starting method to move the rotor of the synchronous generator, synchronous motor. Now, the first method, what we can call reducing electrical frequency. Yeah, for this case, remember, yeah, we know that the synchronous speed, the mechanical speed, Ns, yeah, Nm is equal to 120 multiply F system over P. P is number of volt. Yeah, in here, the number of volt for the synchronous motor is constant. Yeah, now so Ns is equal to 120 F over P. Yeah, meanings if we change the value of the frequency, yeah, now so the synchronous speed will change also. Yeah, correct, yeah? Why? From the formulation, we can see that the relationship between Ns and F is proportional, meaning if the frequency increase, yeah, the synchronous speed or mechanical speed will also increase. Yeah, but remember, yeah, it is the maximum frequency is depend on the system frequency in the Malaysia is 50 Hz. Yeah, meaning if we want to move slowly, yeah, we adjust the frequency, yeah, to below 50 Hz. How to adjust it? Please using the inverter, yeah, the inverter that can adjust the frequency, yeah. Now, so it is we can call the the adjustable frequency, meaning to control the synchronous motor speed. Yeah, this one. Now it is the first method. And then second is frame over. Yeah, frame over means like we want to kita bantu lah. There is the pony motor, for example, or induction motor, small induction motor. Ya macam ini ya. Ya macam ini. Kalau lah ini dia tak gambar ini tak di mention, but we can imagine that the bigger size of this motor it is the synchronous motor, and this one is pony motor or small induction motor. Yeah, it's coupled together here. Yeah, to help to move the starting moving for the synchronous motor below. Ya, yang bawah ini. Ya. Nah, so we'll start lah after that. Nah, it is we can imagine if we want to the both motor yang move together, meaning ya ini dia punya induction kan kena kalau boleh terus ya move terus. Ya ini kena the induction motor kena sama dia punya RPM. But in the other condition, ya maybe after start and this synchronous motor can move, the couple can be off. Yeah, the on off this couple because it is bell like the bell, ya can be open lah. Open meaning open manual kan tak boleh ya. Tapi macam itulah to help the synchronous motor can move. Yeah, this one. Now because remember we know that the synchronous motor size is bigger. Yeah, how many horsepower is bigger this one? Okay, and then the third method, what we can call using damper winding, yeah, or amortisseur windings. Yeah, this method, yeah, the most popular. Yeah, meaning like this one. Look at this one. Look at the rotor part here. Yeah, it is the salient pole, and then here here, 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 here is rotor winding. And then please look at the what I call the black dot here. Black dot, black dot, black dot, black dot. Every pole of the rotor. Yeah, black dot here, like what we can call the bar. Yeah, bar. Yeah, bar. And then how many number every pole, yeah, depend. And then the end of the bar is sorted. Yeah. Nah, it can help same ya, because it is the bar. When the ini apa nama? The rotor winding is flowed by the current flow, produce the magnetic field, and then the bar is also parallel here. Yeah, now so can help to start the rotor for moving. Yeah, this one. Yeah, the construction can be seen like this one also. Ini kita nampak ya. Yeah, it is the pole of the rotor. This one is winding. Nah, so ini yang nampak baba ini ya, yang dia bar ini. Nah, inilah yang kita panggil dengan damping winding ya, damping winding. Nah, ini ya, the second starting method ya, to start the synchronous motor. Yeah, now so yeah, we can see the best method to start the synchronous motor that connected to power system. Yeah, yang general method can be applied here ya. And then if generally for the laboratory, because we want to adjust the speed synchronous motor, yeah, using the inverter. Ya, kalau in the laboratory we can adjust the after that ya, move after move, and then we can adjust by using the inverter. Yeah. How this one? It will accelerate the motor to near synchronous speed before direct current is applied to the wheel winding. Yeah, it is the main function of the bar here. The reason it will increase the stability of the motor during load transient by reducing the magnetic power yeah, and torque transient. Yeah, because remember, yeah, when the motor start to move, yeah, now so the motor will produce or will take the higher current, yeah, like the transient high current. After that steady state lah, how many ampere this one. Okay. Okay, it is about the starting method. Yeah, and then we want to know the reactive power, wheel current characteristic. Yeah, the reactive power, wheel current IF characteristic can be shown yeah, by this reactive power versus wheel current curve. Yeah, wheel current here yeah, is as horizontal axis, and then the vertical axis here is reactive power. Why discuss this one? Yeah, because remember, we can mention that the motor yeah, is constructed by the winding in the rotor and also winding in the stator. Yeah, is supplied by the electricity on the stator winding. Yeah, and then remember, yeah, the winding, yeah, like the inductor, and also in the rotor also. Yeah, inductor can store the energy or can store the power, what we can call the reactive power. Now, if we discuss about the reactive power, this one, okay, yeah, the motor can consume or supply. Yeah, this one, the condition. Yeah, now so generally, yeah, we want to have the condition of the motor, yeah, for the power factor, yeah, is unity. Yeah, it can be obtained by the adjusting, for example, to add the capacitor. Yeah, but in the condition after that depend on the load also. Yeah, now so the condition where the synchronous motor, yeah, to supply or consume, yeah, the reactive power, yeah. Now so in discuss in this part, yeah. Okay. No, look here. Synchronous motor always consumes reactive power, whether it operates as generator or motor. The same here for motor or generator. Okay, look at here. Now, consume and supply. The synchronous motor, yeah, consume, yeah, the reactive power like inductor when the rotor wheel is weak. Yeah, so that the starter must contribute almost all the reactive power for the rotating wheel. Now, so mean in here, the motor consume the reactive power. Yeah, yeah. Now, so this both condition can occur, yeah, when the motor operate, and then when for the supply condition, yeah, supply meaning supplies reactive power. The synchronous motor supplies reactive power like capacitor. And here like capacitor. When rotor wheel is strong, your rotor wheel, yeah, is strong. So stator acts to decrease the resulting wheel. Ya, saya pun tak pasti dia strongnya berapa Weber per meter if it is the rotor wheel, ya. Tapi dia mention di sini adalah if the stator wheel is strong. Ya, I am not sure. Strong meaning strong. The rotor wheel is higher than the stator wheel. Okay, maybe like that lah. Okay, now so the motor, yeah, can like capacitor, meaning supply the reactive power. Nah, dalam kondisi in this case lah, what we can call the power factor correction. Nah, this one, yeah. Nah, so generally we want to operate the synchronous motor for the power factor 0.8, 0.85. It is good, eh? Nah, so to achieve cos P is 1, yeah, or if obtained is very good. Okay, this one. Okay, and then the consume and supply reactive power, yeah, we can discuss to the pickup because this cup like the V. Yeah, the left side here is for the consume reactive power. Now, so for this condition, the motor operate in the lagging power factor. When the synchronous motor supply the reactive power, yeah, the condition operation for the motor in the leading power factor. Yeah, remember leading and lagging, it is effect to the internal generated voltage of the synchronous motor. Means remember in terms of the angle. Yeah, angle lagging is negative. Angle for the leading power factor theta is positive. Yeah, this one, yeah. Now, so I read the armature current IA can be minimized by setting the wheel current IF to the appropriate value. The wheel current is need to minimize the armature, the motor reactive, reactive power will decrease until 0. Okay, now so remember, because the Q is given by the, if the Y connection such 3 VLIL, correct, yeah? VLIL. Yeah, and then IL, if it is Y connection, is equal to such 3 multiply armature current. Yeah, meaning there is a relationship between line current and also IA, armature current. Yeah, this one. The term of synchronous motor operate at no load condition known as synchronous condenser, which is to control power factor on 3-phase power network. Now we can see here there are many type of the cos theta, many type of the power factor. Ya. Nah, so yang ini tengah-tengah dot line, ya inilah the power factor is unity. Left side is in the lagging power factor. Ya, in the mananya, I means if you want to adjust lah, ya to adjust the wheel current flow through the rotor winding. Ya, we adjust the wheel currents. Yeah, adjust can be done by adjust the rheostat, for example, yeah, rheostat. Yeah, adjust, and then one value is achieved. Yeah, for example, we want to obtain the one power factor. Yeah, cos theta is 1. But is this adjusted is below. Now this condition meaning we give the excitation system. Yeah? This condition is under excitation. If over this condition, we can call the over excitation. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay. Now so I just read. Yeah, I just reading this part. One of the major and unique characteristic of this motor is that it can be operated at any electrical power factor, yeah, leading, lagging, or unity, and this feature based on the excitation of the synchronous motor. Synchronous motor excitation refer to DC supply given to the field part, which is to produce the required magnetic flux. Yeah, this one. Tadilah, if you want to adjust the value of the field current, yeah, that we can do it by using the rheostat. We adjust the current that flows through the rotor winding. Yeah. Now, so we want to give the condition operation of the synchronous motor. What we want to want? Yeah, in unity power factor, lagging power factor, or leading power factor. Please adjust yourself. Yeah, adjust yourself. Yeah. How to observe it? Yeah, if we measure it, can be done by using cos theta meter, power factor meter. Yeah, can be shown. Yeah, this one. Okay, now so we can yeah, I can say like the conclusion. Case 1, when the wheel current is sufficient enough to produce the A gap flux as demanded by the constant supply voltage V, then magnetizing current or lagging reactive PA required from AC source is 0, and the motor operate at any power factor, the wheel current which cause the unity power factor. Yeah, this one. It is called normal excitation or normal wheel current. Yeah, meaning if we can obtain the unity power factor, it's very good. Yeah, very good this one. And then for the lagging condition power factor, case 2, if the wheel current is not sufficient enough to produce the required A gap flux as demanded by V, additional magnetic current or lagging reactive V is drawn from the AC source. Okay. Now, so this condition we can call the under lagging power factor. Yeah, and then case 3, if the wheel current is more, yeah, is more than the normal wheel current. Yeah, meaning normal wheel current, we want to know, yeah, the rated power, the rated RPM. Yeah, yeah. So how many watt? Yeah, how many RPM? Yeah, in the normal RPM this one. Yeah, how many ampere the armature current can be supplied, and this one relate to the wheel current. How many ampere of the wheel current should be given to the rotor winding. Now this one, this condition we can call the normal wheel current. Yeah, motor is said to over excited. This excess wheel current produce excess flux. And then, yeah, this one, yeah, the condition we can call the motor operate under leading power factor. Yeah, this one, yeah. Okay, now so we can be conclude like this one. An overexcited synchronous motor operate at leading power factor. Underexcited synchronous motor operate at lagging power factor. Normal excited synchronous motor operate at unity power factor. Ya, ini kita ingatnya aja overexcited, meaning ya kalau current wheel current tadi itu berlebih lah. Kalau masih bawah yang kita bagi supply the field current, the condition of the motor in the lagging power factor operation, ya. Okay. Okay, and then motor move, ya, motor move. Yeah, the moving of the motor meaning related to the speed, ya. Yeah, relate to the speed. Yeah, the moving of the rotor of the synchronous motor, yeah, depend on the load. Load ini yang dalam mechanical power, ya, mechanical power. Okay, and then the load will affect to the internal generated voltage, ya, internal generated voltage. Ya, this one. Ya, nanti kita boleh tengok what is the relationship between the chain of the load relate to the armature current, and then also the internal generated voltage of the synchronous motor. Nah, ini about the effect of the load chain. Nanti yang pasal ini test 3 ada, ya, test 3 ada. Dan tip hints untuk test 3 relate to the synchronous motor Jumat hadapan saya bagi, ya. Okay, and then look at this ini, ya, this phasor diagram. Okay, remember, I repeat again. When we draw the phasor diagram, okay, the terminal voltage or phase voltage, yeah, terminal voltage or phase voltage. Yeah, remember it is 3 phase. If the Y connection, yeah, because remember, yeah, in the question is always mentioned blah 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 how many volt. If the mention is Y connection, delta connection, generally it is the terminal voltage. Meaning, if the connection is Y, the terminal voltage is line-to-line voltage. Yeah, remember, in here, in the phasor diagram, refer to the phase voltage. Now, so student should be understand relation between the phase voltage and terminal voltage or line-to-line voltage if the synchronous motor has Y connection. Remember, terminal voltage, line-to-line voltage is equal to surge 3 multiply phase voltage. But if the connection is delta, terminal voltage is line-to-line voltage is equal to also the phase voltage. And then in the phasor diagram, the phase voltage is as reference. Yeah, is as reference. I always repeat about this one. The phase voltage is always has the angle of 0 degree. Yeah. After that, you can draw the armature current. Okay, and then look at based on the power factor, leading, lagging, or unity. Yeah, for example, it is for the leading condition. Yeah, for the power factor. How many degree? Yeah, depend. The angle here is construct. Yeah, theta, cos theta. Yeah, power factor. Angle between IA and phase voltage here. Yeah, this one. Yeah, and then after that, you can draw the JXS IA. It is JXS IA. Yeah, I repeat again, you have to draw. Yeah, you have to draw the end of the vector JXS ya, dia ketemu dengan ujung vector Vipas ya. Okay, and then from start to here is vector of the EA. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. And then for the look at for the chain of the loop. Yeah, for the loop. Look at P1, P2, P3, P4. Yeah. Now so it is chain of the loop. Yeah, relate to the load power in power. When the the condition here, the condition here, yeah, if one is point, the original point lah. If it is circle, yeah, if it is circle, and then the load change, and then we want to, yeah, maintains the value of EA, because we can see here, yeah, EA1, EA2, EA3, EA4 here. When the load is changed, P1, P2, P3, P4. Adakah dia punya panjang dia punya ini? The magnitude of the internal generated change? Saya rasa tak kan ya? Because this circle. Nah, so we'll change the armature current here. Meaning the armature current IA1, IA2, IA3, IA4, yeah, is changed, yeah, depend on the power here. Yeah, this one. Okay, now so we can see if the load is increased, rotor will initially slow down. Then the torque angle theta become larger, yeah, which is showing down further and further, and the induced torque increase. The increases induced torque will speed the rotor back. Okay, the magnitude GXS has to increase to reach the tip of EA to V pace. Yeah, this one. Yeah, therefore armature current IA also increase as well as power increase. Yeah, the power factor change. Yeah, due to the change of the angle theta. Ya, kita tengokkan power factor change ya. Ini mula-mula power factor theta dengan berapa? After that IA dengan berapa? I3, for example, if you look at the factor IA and pace here, it is unity. Yeah, IA1, IA2 is leading. IA3 unity. After that, IA4 is lagging condition. Yeah, this one. Okay. We can see the example. Atau apa-apa ada soalan dulu? Nur Samimi? Ahmad Akib? Muhammad Fitri? Nur Ain?
Tak ada, Sir.
Ahmad Akib?
Tak ada.
Ada. Kalau tak ada kita tengok ya, example ya. 400 active volt, 100 kilowatt, 0.8 power factor leading, 50 Hz, 4 pole, Y connected synchronous motor, has a synchronous reactance of 1.8 ohm and negligible armature resistance. The rotational losses are also to be ignored. This motor is to be operated over a continuous range of speed from 300 to 1500 RPM, where the speed change ought to be accomplished by controlling the system frequency with a solid state drive. A, find the range of input frequency must be varied to provide this speed control range. B, determine the internal generated voltage EA at the rated condition. C, based on the part B, evaluate the possible maximum power the motor can produce at rated speed. C, calculate the largest EA that could be at 300 RPM, assuming that the applied voltage, base voltage, is directed by the same amount as EA. Find the maximum power the motor could supply at 300 RPM. Okay. Okay, it is synchronous. It is the three-phase synchronous motor. The connection is Y. the connection is Y. Means, remember, if it is mentioned the connection is Y, and voltage here is 400 active volt, meaning it is line to line voltage, ya. Line to line voltage means 400 active volt is line voltage. And then ini macam ini. If it is mentioned the power in the kilowatt, ya ini hanya kebiasaan saja ya. Mananya kalau tak ada disebut apa-apa gitu ya. Nah, so if it is mentioned in the kilowatt, meaning it is input power ya. Ini hanya pemahaman soalan saja lah, yang general. Apa makna itu saja. And then power factor leading cos theta 0.8. The XS reactance synchronous is 0.8 ohm, 1.8 ohm. And then the value of RA is ignored. And then also the rotational losses are also to be ignored. Okay, now so we want to adjust the rotor speed, yeah, between 300 to 1000 RPM. Yeah, this one. Okay, now so the first, find the ring input frequency must be varied. Okay, mananya kalau kita bagi, if we give the rotor speed 300 to 1500 RPM, berapa ring frekuensi yang kita kena berikan. Nah, ini tadilah yang kita relate to the formulation NS or NM equal 120 F over P ya. The number of pole is 4. Ini ya 4. Okay, nah so for A. For A. Nah, ini ya for A. Tengoklah nih. Ini ya, ini kan ada ya. Now, so we can start from the generation formulation. NM is equal to 120 multiply F over P. Or we can write here F is equal to NMP over 120. Now, based on here, the RPM 300. So 300 multiply number of pole is 4. Ya, jadi 300 RPM multiply 4 over 120. Ya, 10 Hz. Meaning, ya, for obtaining the rotor speed of 300 RPM, we need to give the frequency, ya, is 10 Hz. And then for obtain the rotor speed is 1500, yeah, same, the formulation can be applied. F is equal to NP over 120. So N 1500 multiply number of pole 4 over 120. So 50 Hz. Yeah. Now so means if we want to adjust the speed, yes, from 300 to 1500, so we have to give the ring frequency between 10 to 5 Hz. Yeah, this one, yeah? Yeah, this one. Again, then for B, determine the internal generated voltage. Yeah, the internal generated voltage. Remember, relationship between phase voltage, internal generated voltage, voltage drop on the armature resistance and synchronous reactance, yeah, is always given by the, ya, PT saya ya, PT is equal to IA, ya, plus JXS IA plus plus IA RA. But remember in here RA is ignored. So the internal generated can be written like this one. It is, yeah, the first is this one. Yeah, P phase is higher. Now so we can write EA is equal to P phase minus RA IA minus JXS IA. Yeah. Now so from here, yeah, the first we have to find the value of IA. Yeah, remember this formulation is for the purpose. Yeah, purpose. Meaning IA here is armature current per phase. Yeah, per phase. Now so uh, we know that the connection is Y. And then remember, for the Y connection, line current is equal to phase current. Phase current here is armature current. Now so first we can find the value of IA, and then we can find from the power here, input power. Now so the input power is given by SUS3 line voltage, I line power factor. V line to line, V line is terminal voltage 400 active volt. And then power is 100 kilowatt. In here armature current is for the Y connection, armature current equals line current equal phase current. Now so we obtain 150.3 amperes here. And then remember, the motor operate in the 0.8 power leading. Leading means the angle is positive, meaning cos theta is equal to 0.8, theta is equal to cos theta inverse cos theta 0.8. Now the angle is around 36.87. This one. Now so IA in the phasor form can be written IA is equal to 150.3 angle 36.87 degree amperes. Can then remember phase voltage here, phase voltage here. For the Y connection, phase voltage is equal to line voltage over SUS3 or terminal voltage over SUS3. So we have to find the phase voltage. Line voltage or terminal voltage is 400 active volt. So divided by SUS3 is 277 volt. And then remember, I repeat again, the phase voltage is as reference, meaning the angle is 0. Now so we can calculate the internal generated P phase, EA is equal to P phase 277 angle 0 degree. And then minus, because it is RA is ignore, meaning RA IA is 0. Ini tinggal minus JXS IA. XS here 1.8 given in the question. Multiply IA 150.3 angle 36.87. Now so last we can obtain the value of the value of internal generated voltage is equal to 489 angle minus 26.2 degree volt. Means this voltage is the rated voltage condition, this one. Okay, and then C, based on the part B, evaluate the possible maximum power the motor can produce at the rated speed. Maximum power. The maximum power. This one. Now so we can revert the formulation here. Ini per over the maximum power. The first like this one. Component is equal to input power for the RA0. Because there is no cover power losses. RA0 is mean there is no rotor, there is no cover losses. Now so is equal to 3 phase voltage multiply internal generated voltage over ini XS sin delta. Now sin value sin is maximum, meaning 1 is achieved when the delta is 90 degree. Now so the maximum power is equal to 3 multiply phase voltage internal generated over XS only. Ya. Okay, jadi so this formation is given like this one. Maximum power is equal to 3 multiply phase voltage multiply internal generated over XS. Phase voltage have been calculated, obtained from here. Phase voltage 277, and then EA is 489. Nah, so 3 multiply 277 multiply 48 489 over 1.8, so 226 kilowatt. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay, and then for D, calculate the largest EA that could be at 300 RPM. Yeah, meaning 50 hertz. Yeah, 50 hertz. This one. It is to achieve the RPM 1500. And then we can obtain the value of EA, is around this one, 489. Yeah, and then for the 300 RPM, how many internal generated? Now, so we can find this value of EA for the RPM 300. We can use the apa nama dia itu formula yang let's say lah A1 over B1 is equal to A2 over B2. Perbandingan the comparison yang dia senilai itu, ya, apa nama? Saya pun terlupa. Nah, itulah mana saya. Please use the formulation. Yeah, so meanings the internal generated voltage when the rotor speed 300 over internal generated when the rotor speed 1500 is equal to frequency or rotor speed 300 divided by frequency for the rotor speed 1500. Nah, so kalau saya tulis lah ya dekat sini ya. Ini saya pun tak pandai tulis-tulis ini, tapi saya ceritanya. EA over EA 300 over EA 1500 is equal to frekuensi pada saat 300 RPM dibagi frekuensi pada saat 1500. Nah ya. Nah, so we can write that internal generated on the RPM 300 is equal to frequency on the 300 RPM divided by frequency on the 1500 RPM multiply internal generated on the RPM 1500. Ya. Nah, inilah dia punya formulation. Nanti coba apa buat sendirilah kalau nak buat ya. Okay, this one. Nah, so the internal generated on the RPM 300 is equal to frekuensi on the 300 kan 10 Hz over frekuensi pada 1500 50 Hz multiply internal generated on the RPM 1500 489. So we can obtain the internal generated when the synchronous motor operate for the rotor speed of 300 RPM is 97.8 volt. Yeah, this one. Same yeah. Yeah, the way can be apply when we want to find the value of phase voltage. Yeah, meaning phase voltage on the synchronous synchronous motor operates on the RPM 300 RPM is equal to 10 Hertz over 50 Hertz multiply phase voltage of the synchronous motor on the RPM of 1500 ya. 1500 RPM ya is achieved when the base voltage ya 277. Okay, now so we obtain 55.4. Yeah. Now so same when we want to find the XS 1.8 ini ya 1.8 ohm here XS ya is for the synchronous speed 1500. Nah, so masa 300 ini ya, maka sama kita boleh gunakan the comparison ya. Comparison yang senilai tadi. Ya, so XS is equal to 10/5 multiply 1.8 ohm. We obtain 0.36. So we can find the maximum power when the synchronous motor operate for the rotor speed of 300. Yeah. Now, so 3 multiply phase voltage multiply internal generated over XS. The value here is R for the condition rotor speed of 300 RPM ya. Jadi phase voltage pada 300 tadi ini ya. Mana nih? 55.4 phase voltage. Internal generated 97.8. Okay, and then synchronous reactance on the 300 RPM 0.36. So we obtain the maximum power for the synchronous motor operate for the rotor speed 300 RPM is 45.1 kilowatt. Oke. Ada persoalan pasal ini? Pasal yang soalan tadi? Pasal example tadi ada soalan? Anis Nurul Zahira. Pangsin. Paham. Alhamdulillah, paham. Oke, last example. Saya agak laju ya, sorry ya. Last example. 400 active volt, 60 Hz, 400 HP. Nah, ini kan ada 400 HP. Kalau HP ini selalunya untuk mechanical ya, mechanical power. Ya kan? HP kan for the mechanical power. Mana kalau ini motor mechanical power ya for the output power ya. Means for HP here is mechanical power. 0.8 leading. Power factor 8 poles. Delta connected. Nah, meaning it is for the delta connected. Voltage 400 active volt ya is terminal voltage is equal to line voltage is equal to also phase voltage ya, remember. Synchronous motor has a synchronous reactance 0.6 ohm and negligible armature resistance. RA juga diabaikan. Friction, windage, and core losses are also be ignored. Assume that the internal generated voltage is directly proportional to the wheel current and that internal generated voltage is 400 active volt when the wheel current is 4 amperes. Nah, so the all condition is achieved when the wheel current is 4 amperes. Dan ya, nanti kita tengok berapa yang bersesuaian kalau dia ubah-ubah. Macam ini daripada leading menjadi lagging ya. Oke. Friction, windage, core losses are to be ignored. Dan saya rasa ini soalan ini memahamkan semua assume that the overall the overall losses is ignored ya. Oke, soalan 1, calculate the line voltage current of this motor. 2, assume the motor is operated in the rated condition. Calculate the wheel current of this motor. Calculate the wheel current. Assume the motor operate in the rated condition. Calculate the wheel current. Oke, nanti kita tengok. If the motor is initially supply 400 HP at the 0.8 lagging power factor, determine either induced torque for this wheel current setting. Yeah, accept or not. Yeah, this one. Okay, first, calculate the line to line current. Nah, ini bagusnya ini ya. Bagusnya sebutkan saja line current ya. Ini rasa kok line to line kok tak ada ya. Line current ya. Mana line current ya? Calculate the line current of this motor. Line to line itu untuk voltage. line current for the motor. Okay, so we can find this one. Yeah, look at this one. Ya, ini pun dia punya phasor diagram sebetulnya pun tak terlalu mengena, tapi dekat sini. Dekat sini ya. Look at input power and the last output power. During operation, okay, generally we have the copper losses, core losses, friction, and stray losses. And then this one overall is ignore the losses. It is assumed, yeah, based on the question. Meaning if the ini macam ideal transformer saja nih, ya, assume ya. Now, so if there is no losses, meaning the output power is equal to input power. Percentage apa efisiensi 100%. Ya, cerita dia macam itu ikutlah. Tapi kan in the real kan saya tak tahulah, tapi yang jelas taklah. Tapi ini assume dia kan, cakap cerita tadi kan. Nah, so kalaulah tadi kita sebut before we have mentioned that the 400 HP it is the mechanical power, it means the output power. In this case, without losses, it means output power is equal to input power. Yeah, now so we can write, the input power is equal to output power. So P in is equal to, you can convert 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt, ya, per horsepower. Nah, so 400 horsepower is equal to 298.4 kilowatt. And then we know that input power is equal to such 3 line voltage multiply line current multiply power factor, or line current is equal to input power divided by such 3 line voltage or terminal voltage multiply cos theta power factor. Yeah, now so input power is given here 298.4 kilowatt divided by such 3 terminal voltage. Yeah, remember this one is delta. Yeah, delta meaning is terminal voltage is equal to phase voltage. Yeah? And then remember in here if you use this formulation, voltage here is terminal voltage or line voltage. Yeah? Okay, multiply power factor is given 0.8. Now so we obtain the line current 449 amperes. Okay. Now so the line current here is 449 amperes. Okay, obtain ya. Okay, and then assume this motor operate the rated condition, calculate the field current of this motor. Yeah. Now so for this case same like this one, please use the comparison yang senilai tadi ya. Nah, so we can write here like this one lah. EA2 over EA1 is equal to field current pada keadaan 2 dibagi EF1. Ya, EF1. Yang the first condition yang 480 volt ya. Nah, so we want to find the second condition for the internal generated voltage ya. We can use this formula. Ya, EA is equal to phase voltage minus JXS IA. Ya, this one ya. Nah, so IA, ya, this one is IA. Ya, because in here is line current and it is delta connected. Ya, line current is different with the phase current or armature current for the delta connected. And then armature current or phase current is equal to line current divided by sus 3. So 449 divided by sus 3, 259 amperes. Ya, this one ya. Okay. And then cos theta. Yeah, cos theta, because we want to find the angle of the IA. Cos theta is 0.x, meaning the theta is 36.87. So we can write the value of IA in the pressure pump is 259 angle 36.87. Ini yang untuk yang ini ya. Kita nak substitute to here. Yeah. Now so we can find the value of EA. Yeah, like this one. Yeah, remember because it is delta connection, terminal voltage is equal to phase voltage 480 volt, 480 angle 0 degree volt minus JXS come from this question 0.6. Yeah, 0.6 multiply 259 angle 36.87. Now so we obtain the value of the second condition for the internal generated, yeah, 587 angle minus 12.2 degree. So we can use the comparison. Yeah, now so we can find the value of IF2 is equal to EA2 over EA1 multiply wheel current for the first condition. Yeah, first condition when the 480 volt. Now so 587 over 480 multiply per amperes, we can obtain the value of IF when the internal generated voltage reach 587 is 0.89 amperes. Okay, and then we want to find the induced torque. Yeah, induced torque for the both condition, meaning it is acceptable or not for this condition. Okay, induced torque is given by this one. Okay, it is come from the output power. Yeah, remember from this formulation. Yeah, nih, from this formulation. Okay, remember induced torque for the synchronous generator and synchronous motor formulation same. Yeah, induced torque same, and also convert power same. Yeah? So we can see here 3 phase voltage EA, ya, sin delta over XS. Ini kan tadi yang ini, yang part ini, dan over XS ini kan inilah yang tadi apa tadi maximum power ya, dan ini sudah kita kira over omega m. Ya, over omega m. Nah, omega m ini kita boleh find from the speed juga. Nanti kita convert RPM to be radian per second. Ya. Ini omega in the radian per second ya. Nah, so we can calculate it. Can calculate it. Ya, this one ya. Ini formula dia. Nih. Dan ini ya, dan ini so ini ya. Jadi mechanical speed in the revolution per menit, frekuensinya kan 60 Hz. Frekuensi 60 Hz. Ini mana? Ini 60 Hz. Nah, so we can find the Nm. Okay, is equal to 120 F over P. P number of pole is X. Yeah, this one, X pole. Yeah, nah, so we obtain the mechanical speed in revolution per minute is 900 RPM. So induced voltage can be found. The induced voltage is equal to output power. Output power, ini yang tadi yang output power is equal to input power ya, without losses tadi. Okay, nah so 900 revolution per minute RPM. We know that one revolution, one cycle is 2 pi. One cycle, one revolution is 2 pi radian. Yeah, 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radian. Okay, now so it is one revolution. So we multiply revolution 2 pi radian over minute. 1 menit kan 60 second. Nah, so ini ya, kita convert RPM to radian per second. Now, so we obtain the induced voltage is 3166 Newton meter. Yeah, it is for this condition. Okay, and then we want to find, it is, ini kan tadi untuk value yang apa tadi? Untuk yang EA, P-Flux, ya, yang pada frekuensi 60 Hz ini tadi ya, yang the rated. Okay, and then because the delta connected, the corresponding current EA, ya, IA is equal to, ya, 449 over 3, 259, ini tadi sudah ya. The angle, ini sebab dia dari leading to lagging. Hanya leading to lagging. Ini soalan dia, sorry ya, soalan dia. Soalannya kan ini, if the motor supplying 0.8 lagging. Nah, so lagging, the angle is negative. Negatif, dan ya, jadi IA is equal to 259 angle minus 36.87. Ya, 36.87 come from the cos theta 0.8, ya, 0.8. Nah, so we have to calculate it back the value of EA. Inilah ya. Nah, ini. Ya, dia kan beza dekat IA saja. Ya, dengan ya IA untuk angle. Nah, so we obtain EA. Nah, so after that, the value of EA we substitute to here lah. Ya, obtain 406 multiply phase voltage 480 multiply 3, same ya. The speed is here. Okay, omega m. This one is value of omega m. XS is 0.6. So we obtain 10,340 Newton per meter. Look here, when the motor connected to the load with the power factor 0.8 leading, the induced torque is 3,166. And then same cos theta same. Ini tadi adalah yang under and over excitation lah. Kalau kita sebut lah macam itu tadi ya, case dia. Leading to be lagging, ya, or lagging to be leading. Okay. Nah, so the induced voltage is 10,340 Newton meter. Nah, ini kan agak-agak, kalau ini kan 3 kali daripada yang tadi. Atau yang tadi 1/3 daripada ini. Kalau 1/3, it is acceptable lah. Masih 1/3 ya. Oke. Nah, cukup lah. Oke, ada apa soalan? Nur Amiza, Fatin Nasia, Aiman. Peng.
Betul.
Ya, Muhammad.
Kalau contoh untuk data connection kan, V-phase dia kita pakai tu yang 480 tu kan?
Kalau delta connection.
V-phase pakai tu yang 480 volt tu.
Bukan macam itu. Macam ini Abdul memahaminya. Selalu dalam soalan dia sebut voltan itu berapa, contoh ya, the first. And then dia sebutkan, nanti kena ingat connectionnya itu type the connection dia apa? Adakah delta atau adakah dia delta atau Y connection? Nah, dalam konteks the type of the connection, adakah sama dia itu Y atau delta? Kita kena pahamkan yang jelas selalu macam ini, Abdul. Untuk Y connection, the terminal voltage is equal to line voltage. Tetapi dia tidak sama dengan phase voltage ya, Abdul ya. Dia punya relationship between terminal voltage, saya ulangin, untuk Y connection, untuk Y connection, the terminal voltage is equal to line voltage. But they are different ya to the phase voltage. Macam mana dia punya hubungan? Ya, the terminal voltage is equal to line voltage is equal to search tree phase voltage. Ya. Lalu ini basic dulu, Abdul ya. Lalu kalau the connection is delta, the terminal voltage is equal to line voltage is equal to phase voltage. Semua sama untuk delta. Di dalam soalan, kalau dia sebutkan voltan, itu selalunya adalah terminal voltage. Ya Abdul, pegang dulu. Kalau di dalam soalan disebutkan voltan dia berapa, tak kisah adakah itu delta atau Y, dia adalah terminal voltage. Ya, atau dia adalah line to line voltage. Nah, baru nanti kalau dia pergi ke phase analisis dia, kena ingat tadi yang macam mana relationship kalau untuk Y connection, macam mana relationship untuk delta connection, relationship between terminal voltage and the phase voltage ya. Abdul, paham? Abdul?
Ya, faham.
Oke. Oke, yang lain. Husna Akilah. Sambil ambil inilah. Ambil apa dia punya nih. Attendant. Sambil mana-mana apa-apa ada soalan. Minggu hadapan Jumat saya bagi tips untuk final exam ya. Final exam untuk test 3. Untuk yang 4 synchronous motor. Ada apa lagi soalan? Nora Sikin. Aman Muiz. Nora Fizul. Fatin Nasya. Hah?
Betul.
Tak ada.
Betul.
Ya, Abdul.
Konsep untuk Y dengan delta tadi tu, dia punya relationship tu.
Ulang Abdul. Sorry, ulang.
Untuk Y connection dengan delta connection tu, dia punya relationship untuk V-terminal dengan V-phase tu, dia apply sama juga dekat generator.
Sama. Betul, sama.
Okay,
Sama betul. Ya, sama. Dia punya voltan, punya kalau dia kan macam ini mana saya tadi kan dia ada ini kan tunjukkan rumusan ini kan ada ini. Yang untuk input power untuk ya input power untuk motor sama dengan output power untuk generator. Ya sebab sama-sama generator kan producekan dengan electricity. Kalau motor kan perlukan dia electricity. Jadi formula dia sama. Yang ini. Kemudian untuk yang line voltage, phase voltage, terminal voltage, formulanya itu sama ya untuk generator dan untuk motor. Yang relationship ya, yang Abdul maknakan tadi. Oke, Naswa, ada apa? Jeffitan, Intan, Nur Hidayah, Rignas, Umi Khaltum, Sarifah, Saridatul, Umi Subia, Nurul Tika ada? Oke lah, kalau tak ada cukup lah ya. Oke, terima kasih banyak.